Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube video channel. I'm Ken Omolo, and yesterday we talked about a very interesting topic that is support and resistance and how you can apply them on your trading charts in Olymp Trade. Yeah. So today we yet introduce a new topic, and today we want to talk about moving averages, specifically the simple moving average. Yeah. As we all know, there are very many different types of moving averages on in forex. The same tools can also be applied on FTT. So, just to mention a few, we have the weighted moving average, we have the exponential moving average, we have the SMMA, and we have the LWMA. So that is the linear weighted moving average. Each of these moving averages are calculated differently. The SMA being the easiest to calculate in that family. Okay. So today, though, we aren't going to talk about how to calculate these moving averages because that is already taken care of on the background of each of the moving averages. Okay. So just to begin, if you don't already have an account on Olymp Trade, you can create one. Olymp Trade accounts come with demo units. As you can see on my platform, my demo unit has grown to 20,000. Yeah. But each of these accounts come with the 10,000 demo units, which you can use to practice. So again, a disclaimer: do not create an account and start trading with real cash immediately, because if you don't know what you're doing, you'll obviously lose money. Yeah. So to avoid that, get into the market. You can register with the registration links on the description of this video. But until you know how to trade, do not invest real cash. Okay. Start with the demo account. Then after you are comfortable that you can now go into the real market, go ahead and trade with real money. Another thing that you need to know about the demo account is these markets are real. Yeah. So whatever is happening here is the same thing that will be happening on a real account. The difference is this is free money. So most certainly you won't get affected if you lose money that you don't own. Yeah. Which is the 10,000. But if you lose anything that you own, be it $10, $100, $1,000, you'll obviously feel the pinch. So to avoid that, take heed of my advice. Yeah, go on and trade with the demo account and only trade with the real account once you've mastered how the market works. So looking at this chart, if you are new to trading, you'll obviously get confused. If you've been trading and you've never used SMA2, you'll definitely want to know what these lines that we see on this chart are. So these are the SMA. I'll go ahead and remove them. I'd already set them up earlier on, but I'll go ahead and remove them so we can do it together again. It makes up for learning. Yeah. So to set up the SMA indicators on your platform, just click on this A sign that you see on your platform. Now, we have the SMA, we have the EMA, we have WMA on Olymp Trade. The few moving averages that aren't on Olymp Trade, you can find them on the Olymp Trade Forex platform. That is, if you're trading with the Olymp Trade Meta 4 Trader. Yeah? So on the Meta 4 Trader, you'll definitely find the LWMA and also the smooth moving average, which is SMMA. Okay. So to set SMA on this chart, just click on this sign. Go ahead and click on SMA on the right sidebar. Click on it once and you'll see it form on your chart. Okay. So we will begin with this one. Then later on, as we introduce strategies that can be developed from SMA, we'll introduce another SMA later on though. So now that we already have this SMA on the chart, so what does it tell us? Yeah. So ideally, if you see an SMA line facing the top side, then that is a signal that the market is trending upwards. So the SMA can act one as a trend line, like you can see on this point here. it is showing as the trend, which is an uptrend on this market at this moment. Two, the SMA can act as either support or resistance level. Okay, so if you look at this SMA on this level here, you notice that it is acting as our support level, as our floor. So this is a level that prices have been able to test for a number of times, but haven't broken through, yeah, to the other side. So again, if you can remember our lessons for yesterday, then you remember that we said that if a support level is broken, then it becomes a resistance level. Example, you can see on this level here, this is the SMA is acting as a support level on this area here. Then once it's broken on this peak, you see it turns out that now it is our resistance level. Again, if it's broken on this level and the SMA, the prices go above the SMA, then again it turns to be our support level. So that cycle continues and continues. And if you know what you're doing on that market, you can definitely pick signals by just looking at this SMA tool. Okay. So example on this level here, we can see that there is a potential breakout that is happening in this chart at this time. This chart is a 10 minutes time frame, so most definitely each of these candlesticks represent 10 minutes on the chart. Yeah, this candlestick will end its formation in about 7 minutes. So once it does, and there is a confirmation that this is a breakout, then you can continue. You can continue to trade in the direction of the trend. So again, if that happens, if sellers are able to push prices below and to break below the SMA, then you can place your order and trade on the downtrend. Okay. So that is one of the ways to trade with the SMA, especially if you are using a single SMA. You can trade the breakouts. So again, if it breaks out on this level and you confirm that it is a breakout, you can go ahead and trade on the direction of that trend. If the breakout happened on the top side, example, you can see here, there was a breakout, then there was a confirmation. This pin bar shows that the trend will continue upwards, and indeed you can see that after this breakout here, it continued and it rallied to the top, gaining more than that is 31,327 to 30 to 32 6 something. So this is more than 2000 pips that have been generated from this point here to this point here, meaning if you caught this trend, if you identified this breakout using this SMA and traded at this level on this pin bar, yeah, then chances are by now you'd already have made some money on off this market. So again, just to recap, we've mentioned that if a breakout happens, example, as we can see on this level here, if prices go below the SMA, then that is a signal to go to trade on the downside. If prices break above and there is a confirmation, example, we can see a confirmation here, then you can trade on the upside. So that is one of the ways to trade SMAs. Again, you can also trade on the directional bias with the SMA. So that basically means that you trade with the trend. Okay. So example, if the SMA is facing upwards, then that is a signal that the markets are trending upwards. And if the SMA is facing downwards, that is again a signal that the market is trending downwards. So you can go long or short depending on the direction of the SMA. Okay. So that is one of the ways. I promised that later on we'd add another SMA and to create a strategy out of the additional SMA. Okay. So now let's add a different SMA to create a strategy, a simple strategy on the platform. So again, you'll just click on the sign, add SMA onto the platform. Then if you want to edit your SMAs, click on this pencil like button here. Just a minute. So once you click on that edit button, you'll see colors and the periods. The minimum period that comes with SMA is 10. It's the standard period, period 10. So you want to change the color of our new SMA to red to differentiate it from the other one, and change its period to period 21. So you notice that when we do period 21, our new SMA draws away from prices. Yeah, so it gives us more signals than the initial SMA that we'd already set, the yellow or orange SMA, whatever it is. I'm not sure. So if you look at this setup right now, you can see that prices are still trading above our first SMA. If you look at it from this level, yeah, yeah. But if you look at it from this level, the support level has been breached. It has become our resistance level, and now the red SMA turns out to be our new support level. Again, prices can go below the two SMAs, yeah, and that is even a stronger signal to enter that market. So if you wanted to buy on this market, yeah, to buy, to go up, to go long, to open a long position, it means the same thing. So if you wanted to go up on FTT on the Olymp Trade platform, then what you'd be looking for is one, on a bullish market, you'll be looking for a golden cross. Yeah, a golden cross is when the fast moving simple average crosses the slow moving simple average to the top. Yeah, example, you can see that golden cross on this level. Yeah, the fast moving SMA has crossed the slow moving of SMA on this level. Yeah, and that is an indication that prices will continue to move to the top. And if you look at this chart on this level, you can confirm that indeed after this golden cross, prices continue to move to the top. Yeah. Again, if you can also trade what we call death cross. So the death cross is the opposite of a golden cross, and the death cross happens if a fast moving SMA crosses a slow moving SMA from the top towards the bottom. A good example is this point here. You can see that the orange SMA has crossed the red SMA from top bottomwards, and prices have continued to move. Yeah. Again, just to recap, if you want to buy, you will buy when prices are above the SMAs. That is if you are using a single SMA. But if you are using a double SMA, you buy when there is a golden cross, yeah, and prices are above both the SMAs, yeah. So this is like a confirmation signal, yeah, that your signal that whatever you are doing is strong and it will continue moving to the direction that you've predicted. So you can actually use three different signals to pick the direction to trade on. Example one, you can check if the SMAs are facing upwards. That is your first signal. Your second signal, look for the golden cross. If you see it, if you spot it, then it means your signal has been confirmed. The third option that you can go for, if your risk tolerance is below zero, then you can go for this one too. The third signal, which we'd already mentioned, that prices should be above each of the SMAs. Yeah. So if that happens, go ahead and trade on that direction. On the flip side, if you want to sell on the Olymp Trade FTT, then you can sell when prices go below each of these SMAs. Example, you can see that prices are rallying below the two SMAs. So that is our first signal. Our second signal is a death cross. The first SMA crosses the slow SMA towards the bottom. Then our third signal is the direction that each of the SMAs are facing. If they are facing downwards, then that is a signal we go down. Yeah? candlestick that we were waiting for has just finished its formation, and prices have been able to move below the two SMAs. So if you want to trade on this market at this time, we are the pair that we are currently at is the USD Canadian. So if you want to trade on the USD Canadian, then wait for the next signals. Make sure that prices continue to move below the two SMAs. Make sure that the SMAs change, the tip of these SMAs change direction and begin facing downwards. And three, wait for a death cross to happen. Yeah. So this orange SMA will come and cross this red SMA somewhere here. If the death cross is something to go by, and if that happens, then that is a signal that you can trade. Okay. So you can set your chart time frames to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on the historical data that you want to see on those charts. And when you're trading, you can do, if you set 5 minutes, if you set 5 minutes and you're doing FTT, let's just change this to FTT. So if you're doing FTT and your time frame is set to 10 minutes, then you can do a duration of let's say 20 minutes. So for 10 minutes we do 20 minutes. In short, what we are trying to do is we set the duration to double the time frame on the chart. Okay. So if the time frame of the chart is at 10 minutes, we do a duration of 20 minutes. If it's at 30 minutes, we do a duration of 60 minutes. Yeah. And remember, each of these candlesticks form based on the time that you've set on the time frame. So if the time frame is 10 minutes, then it means that each of these candlesticks that you see on the chart were formed in 10 minutes. If you change these to 30 minutes, then you'll also notice that there is a different formation that is coming up, and one of the things that we can still see on this chart is that the uptrend still continued. And another thing that we can see is that sellers are still pushing down the market. We can see that by the red candle that just formed previously, then the red candle that is just beginning to form. So again, we want to trade on the 30 minutes time frame, we'll wait for these to go down below each of the SMAs. Then again, we wait for the death cross to happen. The fast moving SMA crossing the slow moving SMA to the bottom. Okay. Then if that is the case, then what we'll do is we will trade on the downtrend. Okay. The opposite of whatever we've just said on the bearish market is true for uptrends. Yeah. We wait for a golden cross, prices to go above each of the SMAs, and the direction of each of the SMAs to be facing upwards. So that is it for the day. I believe I've exhausted everything that you need to know about SMAs on FTTs in Olymp Trade. So you can just go ahead and try practicing. You can create your own strategies with SMAs. If you want to confirm signals with oscillators, you can also add them on the chart. One of those oscillators that you can add that will actually be very beneficial is the RSI. Yeah. So you can do the RSI if you want more signal confirmations other than whatever we've just discussed. You can add your RSI there. So again, if you are using the RSI with together with the SMAs, then one of the things that again you'll be looking for is prices to cross below the two SMAs, a death cross to happen, the direction of the two SMAs to be facing downwards, and as a final confirmation, look for a signal on your relative strength index, which is the RSI. Make sure that it is on the overbought zone. Yeah. By the time that you are trading, after you've confirmed these signals, make sure that RSI is also on the overbought zone, and it's actually facing the downside. Yeah. So if you notice, if you see all those signals together, and the RSI is also confirming that prices are about to move to the bottom, to the middle, or to the oversold zone, then go ahead and trade. But make sure that prices are above the overbought zone before you trade. Okay. On the flip side, if you want to trade if you want to buy, then make sure that prices have crossed. There is a golden cross here. The prices are above the SMAs, and the RSI is on the oversold zone and actually heading towards the top of that channel, which is the overbought zone. Okay. So that is it for the day. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, kindly share. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on that notification button. That way, when we do more videos about Olymp Trade, about Olymp Trade tools, how to trade, how to make money with Olymp Trade, then you'll definitely be the first person to know. Okay. Until next time, bye bye.